What would be your role in an orgy? Anyone else getting that classroom trauma and anxiety over when the teacher says okay everyone get into pairs and you're looking about realizing you're invisible? So in this case I guess I'm the person milling about looking for a partner but otherwise still alone and wishing I was somewhere else. Fire marshal. Too many candles, not enough lit exits, 6-foot clearance around the room. Comply people. Based on these answers a Reddit orgy would just be a bunch of guys squirting water and sports drinks into each other's mouth. No fucking going on at all. Master of the ceremony, I would announce people by their Pornhub username as they arrived. The neighbor complaining about the noise. I haven't heard of the game orgy before, but probably cleric. Always need a support class. Just there to bring oranges slices for halftime. I'm the background audience clapping and laughing only when directed to. Coordinating and logistics. There's 3 of you working a single dick over there, and completely neglecting the vag to your left. No, not my left, your left. And you've got a free hand, grab a titty or something. Let's go people, teamwork. I make sure everyone is staying hydrated. Man, everyone is so self-deprecating here. Believe in yourself. We all can be railed by 14 guys if you just believe in yourselves. The one who goes home before it starts. Cameraman. The DPS mostly, but I could also play support. The person that wasn't invited. What wouldn't be nearly as popular if it wasn't for the US? Black Friday. It's a worldwide thing now even though only the US has TG the day before. Spam in Northeast Asia, especially South Korea. American soldiers ate it during the Korea War and it gained popularity to the point that it's a common food for both Koreans, Japanese, and some Chinese cultures such as Shanghai Nessa. Coca-Cola. Fender guitars. Propane and propane accessories. Using inch to measure TV size. Red Solo cups. Blue jeans. Hip-hop. Hollywood. Proms. In other countries some schools host proms just because they see it on TV. Peanut butter. GPS. The American military gave away one of the coolest technologies to the world. No service fees, no subscriptions. Imagine if Meta or Apple had invented it. Competition barbecue. Also weight loss products. Halloween. What is the dumbest thing you've ever received hate for? For having lunch with my grandma on my lunch break at work. Not joking. I serve a wide area of my state and when I'm in her part of the state, which was historically underserved by the person in my position before I eat lunch with her during my lunch break. The other administrators I work with in parts of the state that I serve are now complaining that the only reason that part of the state is getting more attention, i.e. equal treatment to them rather than being neglected, is because I like to have lunch with my grandmother. During my early days of the internet, there was a post on a LiveJournal page about some woman who still breastfed her kid until he was like 5. I commented on it saying I didn't even know that was possible and boy did people come at me. Calling me a troll just trying to rile people up, saying it was offensive. Like dude, I was just 15 and honestly had no idea it was possible to breastfeed a child for that long. I painted my nursery with an under the sea theme and then was told the blue would make my daughter a lesbian. Not going to a birthday party. I know this sounds rude of me, and I did feel bad. But, I had my reasons. Back in high school, my friend was having a birthday party. At the time my dad was really ill, he was in the hospital and I wanted to be by his side. I told her my reason and that I wouldn't be able to make it, but once my dad was better, I would celebrate with her in a different way. She didn't like this, and threw a fit about it. To this day, I still don't understand why. But, we're no longer in contact. I don't drink alcohol, not preachy about it, I just don't like the taste or the effect. You would think I was a mass murderer when declining, politely, a drink. I don't care if everyone else is drinking and think I'm kind of handy as a designated driver. I am blown away by all of the comments. Amazing at how many of us non-drinkers are out there and how we share similar experiences. Thanks for sharing. Reading too much. My mom used to get mad at me, an elementary school kid, for going to the library and getting a big stack of books and reading through them all in a day. And I mean she was pissed. She'd kick me out to go play and I would just sit outside in the grass for a few hours and wait to go back to reading lol. Scoring good marks in an exam. 4. Talking to a guy I met on a dating site not knowing he was in a relationship. Dude was messaging me on a dating app, we met up and he seemed cool. We hung out once, he wasn't my type and we parted on good terms and then his fiancé called me. I said I was sorry, I had no idea. I stopped talking to the guy instantly but I still faced 6 to 8 months of harassment from this woman and her friends. Threats of rape, I got told I wouldn't live to see my next birthday, I got told I was fat and a slut, they called me non-stop, they said that they knew where I lived, where I went to uni. I even got threats on my blog that I had set up for uni. It was intense. I ended up getting the police involved. From what I know she stayed with him but somehow I was in the wrong even though I had no idea she existed. He did nothing wrong, it was all fucking ridiculous. 4. Putting pink or pastel rainbow fleeces in with my male guinea pigs. They're guinea pigs, they literally don't care. They want lettuce. As a former people pleaser, making my own life choices instead of following others' pushy advice. Life choices that only concern me. 4. Being too polite. 4. Telling someone that I'm allergic to a certain food. I extremely allergic to it. Having a very old, sick cat put to sleep instead of just letting her slowly die. She had stopped eating and wouldn't move. She just sat in the same spot dying. I took her to THR vet and we wound up euthanizing her. Apparently I am an evil bitch for not just letting her starve herself to death. She was 15 years old. Edit, I didn't expect this post to get this much attention. I can't respond to all the comments. Thank you all for the sympathy and I am sorry for everyone saying they lost their pet. For making hot chocolate last year's Christmas, some lady was criticizing me for being an adult making hot chocolate, saying that's for children. I was having a nice romantic Christmas dinner with my fiancé, so I wanted to make a Dutch hot chocolate with a chocolate liqueur whipped topping. I just looked at her like she was crazy. Edit, this happened at a store. I was telling my fiancé what we needed to make dinner and dessert and the lady was eavesdropping. I needed the hot cocoa so we could have cookies and cocoa and watch some Christmas movies together. For wearing heels. I'm 5 feet 10 inches but look taller. So wearing heels.